Hello and welcome to another Let's Check Something Out, like we did with the Terra and Victor experimental branch, and like we did with other things. What I want to do here is basically check out what they're planning to do with the Stellaris 4.0. So we are currently 3.995 open beta, so we can check it out, we can have a look into it. Much placeholder, disable your mods open beta, basically everything is bugged. I don't want to do a lot here. I'm just going to check out some stuff and talk about what I like and what I don't like. So we have the tech race configured here, which I did beforehand. So basically Stellaris I played a lot in the past. So I played it when it came out. Still remember having jump chips and so on from the early game and nice hypergates. And then they changed so much stuff and also population at some point, and now they're changing population again. So I'm curious what they do, but in recent times I didn't play a lot of Stellaris anymore. But basically it's a science-focused race here, egalitarian, materialist, meritocracy, starting with some mechanists here. So we start with robots, and let's dive into the game. So basically, of what I read so far is that they want to change the whole planetary industrial population complex, let's call it like this. Most of the other stuff stays the same, like war and so on. Okay, so let's set up some stuff here. We fly there, we build infrastructure, and we set up some sciences, which is still the same. Let's go for hydroponic farms for our star bases, armor, and the energy grid. And Empire Focus. Oh, that's new. I don't know this one. I have no idea when this got added, so. And apparently it provides us with some technology options when we achieve stuff. So I guess we have to just finish quests here. Hire scientists. Yeah, we're going to do this. Permanent research option. Okay, all of that is nice. Now, let's dive into the planetary. Ooh, that's different. So we can add new zones, which costs us resources, and we can see here right now that we have now a lot of population. Let's see, we do have 200 jobs here for our population doing alloys and consumer goods, which means that probably it was before 2 jobs. Now it's 200, so I assume it's like 1 to 2, so they changed like 1 to 100 scale. If I understood their development process correctly, it's basically that they now can sum up populations in these groups here. So you have like a handful of population groups on a planet with different properties, like what they are, specialists, civilians, workers, and whatever. And then probably from different yeah, here. So they are spiritual, for example. So they can be separated. But that changes a little bit the stuff, because now you can, if you had like 12 specialists which were spiritual, you can probably add them up now. So you have less population or like pop types overall, which is a little bit more performance effective, and I think that's the main goal, because whoever played this game long term, well, your computer can get close to a melting reactor core, basically, because it's very performance hungry, basically. We have a food shortage now that the month has updated. We are doing 6 unity. We need 100 for the next leader, so we can raid with our next guy, our leader, for our second science ships, basically. That's what I want to hire. What we could do here temporarily is get some more unity. So what can we do? Could build an administrative office, for which we need more minerals. Okay, we can just wait here.
Construction project concluded.
Now, is there anything else which has changed significantly? Discovery of life, nice. Ah, the trade value stuff, exactly.
Concluded.
Yeah, I remember reading about this. So now you have trade value and you can buy from this So 25 alloys cost us 100 value. That's cool. So if I understand it correctly, the trade routes are gone. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was an annoying mechanic that you always had to protect these. And so you really had problems if you got the second planet far away, or third or fourth. Because trade value was basically disappearing to piracy. Hyperlane breach point. Oh, wait a second, pause. Transit hubs. That's cool, transit hubs. And 0G laboratories is reset station output. Let's get the hyperlane breach points here. What do we want to do here now? We want to boost up our Unity output, even though we don't need to, I guess. What we need instead is a colony ship now. So we need some food. And we don't have enough trade value now to buy some consumer goods here. Okay, but we can in 2 months basically. Then we can build a colony ship already. So let's do it. Too fast. Okay, so I assume that the new planets basically start at something extremely low. And as we can see here now, they grow slowly. So we started at 4,800. Let's see how much we grow actually. It looks like we grew by 7 or something. 4, 7, 5. Yeah, okay, it grows slowly. Running out of food, that's fine.
Council agenda ready.
Oh, council agendas. Let's pick something with Unity here. Yep. Okay, and we do have now... so this is still ugly, but fine. We have 28... Is that correct? Is 28 correct? Can I see that somewhere easily? Housing, jobs available, 0. Okay, so everything is filled. We could, for example, add a foundry zone here and see what it does. The foundry zone apparently gives us 100 jobs, when I saw that correctly right now. And... is that correct? Yeah, 100 per district development, 100. Okay, so we didn't get new jobs yet. So we need to add something like the alloy foundry here. Let's do this. Wait a year. Let's check out explore here. These 3. And then afterwards go here. And meanwhile we can... Oh, we need to make a station here. So that's the next step here. We can buy some alloys here to get our colony going. And afterwards we want a second science ship here. So we can also work towards this. There we go. We can find our second planet, which we can colonize here, basically.
Construction project concluded.
What was the buttons here again? E. Okay, E is for zooming in. You can construct this here. And there we go, our second science ship. Do we want to buy a level 3 maybe? 350. Nah, I don't think we need to. It would cost us a lot of upkeep, actually. Let's explore here. See what we can find. And let's wait out for the colonization to see how new planets work. If it's basically the same.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, now we can colonize it with the ISS here. And we are running out of food, and we are running out of minerals.
Initial colonization phase commenced.
Yeah, science, of course. And let's explore here. And you explore here. See if we can find some more planets. We can, however, clear these slums here to create some more jobs. So actually, we still have population left. So this value here is apparently not super correct. Do we see something like the better one here? No. We also have some crime. Why?
Blocker cleared.
We can... Is that under construction now? No. I want to build a mining district. We can't because we need 300. Okay. We can solve this. There we go. Haha. Found out. Okay, we found planets here apparently. There's an alpine world here and there's a tropical world here. So tropical is not that nice. Which means we want to survey this one. We want to survey this one. And therefore connect to these as fast as possible. Now we still have a food problem though. Commendable initiative. Fine. We also need some agriculture probably. Yeah, this one is still 60 months away, so we can't fix our stuff with that. But we can still try. Yeah, nothing has changed here basically. So it's all about... Ooh. Oh. Almost ran out of food here. And now we have run out of amenities apparently as well. Funny. What can we do? We could build a medical center. Workers upkeep, organic pop amenities usage is decreased. And we get amenities for some consumer goods, basically.
Construction project concluded.
So let's try this. Build it there.
System survey concluded.
Okay. Yeah, now we can just set you on 30 here. And let's start expanding towards our new colony here.
Phase complete.
Okay, and the new colony is done.
System
For
survey
which
concluded.
we basically have the same setup now. So we could start making robots here as well by putting a robot assembly plant down here, which probably speeds up our growth. Do we see growth anywhere? Probably not yet. It's pretty early still. Okay, available jobs here. We also don't see migration. Or is it somewhere in here? Housing needs. Nah, doesn't look like we have a growth somewhere yet. Interesting. So you can do the same. Can we colonize? Yes.
Anomaly found.
Oh, we're getting quite a lot of alloys from our thing that we have made here in our planet. The alloy foundries. Oh, sorry, that probably gave us 300 jobs. What else can we do here? Nothing. Could build an automation building. I think that's just a placeholder. But we can... Oh, we could do another alloy foundry. That's new as well.
Anomaly found.
That's fascinating.
Construction project concluded. Anomaly found.
Now we go here. We need a new colony ship. Get started on this. So we still have unemployment here, but I really don't know how much. So we do have 5,200 people. Do we have a summary? No. That would be nice. Like how many jobs in total we have here on this planet. Is something here? The economy? No. 1 unemployment. Okay. We don't need to remove these ones yet. Oh. So instead we probably want to build another... What are we actually missing? Consumer goods now. But we have a lot of alloys. And energy is also...
Project concluded.
Maybe we just want to expand on building something like energy here. And you can use these things, the minerals here, to build more stuff. So we can sell for trade value. Okay, let's kickstart our economy here a bit. So we also need to build stuff here now. So this planet... Is there something... Okay, so modifiers are shown here and no longer on the first page. I'm not sure if I like this, actually. So usually what you had was that you had an overview of your things here. Now you have to do tabbing to... I mean, you can use a shortcut, but still... to see what you have on here, like special things. Is it in the expansion planet somehow? No, it's also no red. Okay, that has nothing probably. What? Losing Unity. I've never run out of Unity before. What happens if we do? Yeah, thanks for the hint that we could buy Unity on the market. We can't. So... So, can we remove a zone? Doesn't look like it. So we would be it would be necessary to. So if we design a zone, we can't remove it. I hope they change this, because if you accidentally make a mistake and, for example, click wrong here, then you can't change it, and your whole campaign, you are tied to it. Also, if you have like issues like I do now, and we can make this zone here, and then let's put this thing down.
Construction project concluded. System survey concluded.
Actually, I want you to scan this planet. Maybe it's interesting. Yeah, if you can't remove these...
Construction project concluded.
That would be annoying. Is there anything here? Doesn't look like it. We still have unemployment. So let's sell some more alloys here.
Initial colonization.
Get another one of these down. So basically, if I now notice that I'm producing too many alloys and I want to also continue doing these hybrid things, then we can't, because we can't change the zone anymore. So that's a problem. So we are locked into this. I really don't like this. Yeah, now we have a lot of Unity jobs here.
System survey concluded.
We found something there. So we can actually just go for this. Yeah, I'm not sure. This feels weird. Especially because now with the... Interesting, we could build multiple of these ones. I mean, they... what? Head of research died, okay. How about... Wait, pause, please. Let's take this guy. Your shortage of Unity is minus 20 stability and minus 100 ethic reduction. I've never run into this, actually, in the past. Okay, first contact. Let's assign this. Okay. Yeah, no, we can't buy a new leader because he just got assigned. Funny. What do we do now? So, shouldn't that give us bureaucrat jobs? Yes, and they are filled actually already. So we could do another monument here. Provides more unity from jobs. So I assume we want to do something like this one and then another monument to maximize this basically. Yeah, this feels really weird right now. And do we have the
System survey concluded.
Are you building a... I thought we found something here. So can't we... Can't we build an observatory? We can. Why did you not build one automatically? Weird. We are even up to -8 now. Okay, that's a little bit low on unity here if you don't. So we should be... So we are only... Production of this is really low. From 200 administrators, we only get 5 unity. Now we got our factions. Ah! Okay, the factions solved everything, basically. Okay, and we got the Council of Research Efficiency and Individual Choice. I think we are going for the Individual Choice, promote this one. And we have the Redstone one, which we are going to suppress here. Yeah, that fixed our whole unity problem now. Interesting. And we are going to just go back into... take this guy. And he's going to... There we go. Okay, let's focus on the stuff we see here. So we have both problems already unlocked, which means that expansion is maybe not the best idea here. Of course, growth is nice, but the colonization fever is right now pointless. So maybe we just want to go into prosperity here. Boost our economy up as much as we can, because as we see, we are producing quite a lot of deficit here.
Anomaly found.
And let's build some energy here. Yeah, okay, back to the changes here, basically. So what we can see here now is that... I hope that they change it, that you can change zones. Because it's a very error-prone mechanic if they stick to this. Else I really do like the more growth-oriented approach, that you basically really have these kind of population numbers, which therefore define your possible working population. So one thing is also now that we can't fix our crime rate here because we don't have... I mean, we could remove our research lab, but that's... or the medical center. But now we have the problem that we can't change this zone because we locked it in. So we can't do anything to adjust our planet anymore to solve this. And most likely, that would be my assumption, is if we get the energy grid here, that we also can't make anything in regards to like stability on these other zones here. That would at least be my guess. Not guessed, but... Ah, no, we also have a food shortage. Didn't pay attention there.
Research concluded.
Council agenda ready.
Research concluded.
Okay, but everything else looks similar. So basically what we would do here now is the hydroponics bay. Keep it here for the moment to fix our food issues here. Consumer goods as well. And I didn't even change my laws yet.
Evading hostiles.
Okay. All the
Construction
quests we
project
can
concluded.
imagine.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, so I don't want to make a very long episode here because I just want to check out stuff. Let's focus on these planets further. What I don't see yet are the how are they called? Ascensions of planets. So basically we have our designation here. So we could set this, for example, to an unification center here. And usually you have these kind of ascension things, but they either not implemented or whatever is happening to them, I don't know.
Space.
Yeah, we are going to follow through this quest here now.
System
Yeah, what
survey
else
concluded.
is interesting or noticeable here? So we have only 3 zones here in total, with only 3 slots, which
Construction
means
project concluded.
9 of these ones. Buildings, basically. 3 here in the government zone. Which only provides with housing. How far are we in the tech? 26 months are left. Yeah, I really don't know. So basically,
Evading hostiles.
So the core mechanic with the population numbers, I think I do like it. But I'm not sure that I like the new building system here. It feels strangely limiting. I mean, it's so the core idea I get. So you pick.
Construction project concluded.
Yeah, stay cautious here. I mean, the core idea I get. You have these kind of districts depending on your, and then you have specializations on these districts here, basically, which is interesting. And I get this for the resource
Science
districts.
ship sustaining damage.
Okay, our science ship almost died. But the problem is that if you have special worlds, I hope that they can be done separately. For example, ring worlds need something else. And for example, relic worlds, if you get them, you don't have agriculture, basically. And you normally build relic worlds completely into science, for
Anomaly
example.
found.
Then you really don't use these districts here. They have no purpose. That would be weird, to say the least. Okay, let's just build something here to not go broke. So that would be very weird. We're just waiting for this thing here to unlock in 13 months, basically. That's all I care about. And let's, you can just do everything here now. Maybe get some extra science from this. I can't boost up more science because we can only make these 2 buildings here. So I can't even replace the medical center here now. There's something else here because... and I can't replace these ones, and yeah, I could replace the Unity one here.
System survey concluded.
And I could build a lot of
Horizons expanded.
different things here, like more science. Ooh, crystal worlds even, from miners. Hololab. So I assume that we can upgrade our ship shelter to an administration zone at 1000 population. That would be my assumption here. 4 months are left.
Situation log updated.
Yeah, what else do I notice here? I think the general thing for big planets, if you want to really specialize, it would be interesting if it works out as I imagine it,
Research concluded.
so that you can really specialize planets in different kind of ways. You know, like you can... Oh, I really don't pay attention to resources here currently. But on the other note, it's quite limiting here with these zones. And let's see, yeah, we can build only the energy grid here. Something for technicians, which gives us mold, which is weird. And a silo. I mean, I get energy grid and the silo, I do get. In fact, I do like the idea that you can maybe only make silos here in the resource districts. They shouldn't be part of an urban district, for example. We can't build them here, which is a good thing. Can we build them here? Yeah, we can build them here. That's odd, in my opinion, but okay. Ooh, this feels dangerous. So you could build mole harvesting traps. Planet limit is 1. Okay, you can't build them here and here. That would be very weird. But still, it's... To be honest, if you can build the harvesting traps here on every planet, I don't think that special resources will ever be a shortage. Because what is the downside of this building? You could build it early game. You pay 1 energy for it. And then you get modes forever, for free, for every technician. And in many planets, especially if you specialize them on science, for example, you will have free districts. Then you can put them on energy, for example. Especially if you go into things like expansion as a tradition, and then something like mastery of nature. Then you maybe have a lot of energy districts on whatever planet you play on. That feels weird. I don't know, where do you get the guesses, sir? I mean, for science, the only important thing are guesses. From farmers. Ooh, that's weird. You get guesses from farmers? But still, that wouldn't be a problem, because you probably make like 1 or 2 food plants if you really want to get gases going then, and just sell it, the excess food, for trade value, and then buy something else like consumer goods or something, or minerals. And then therefore crystals go on minus. Yeah, it's an interesting approach they are following here with the population numbers, which I do like. So probably you have something like a certain exponential growth when you have a lot of housing and your planet is very big. Then you can really grow quite fast after you reach some amount of population. I didn't see that we can relocate. We can resettle actually. Okay, so we could resettle 100 populations at Belarus Prime. Costs us 100. That's cheap. So we could resettle the robots here, for example. Okay. So you could get this one very quickly to 1000 as it was done in the past, but therefore you would shrink your main planet. But if growth is relatively fast early on, then this is probably a good thing. resettling. That might be even actually overpowered, because if you, for example, grow, I don't know, 2% per year or 3% per year of your actual population on this planet, then that would be 150 in a year. It's low, but maybe the percentage is higher. So the more population they have, the higher it is. But also you can then resettle that to get your second planet going faster, therefore feeding into your robot assembly plant here, which will add you a lot of growth of robots again, which means that you might end up in the same loop as we have done before, that you settle planets, as many as you can, and then just put something like a cloning vet or a robot assembly plant there, move population there to keep it running, and then ship everything backwards to the home planet again to get this one as high as possible. Therefore have the highest percentage grow, because if you have like 5,000, 3% would only be 150. But if you have 15,000, that's already a lot more. And that's of course exponentially growing up. So, which might end up in some kind of very exploitable micromanagement. Yeah. Where you basically search for the biggest planet you can find, get a lot of housing down, and then find the best point where you have the best growth, and then from there ship it outwards all the time to grow your other colonies. So basically that's like, you could exploit this, I imagine. But in general, I do like the approach. Let's see where it leads to and what will be changed afterwards. So I hopefully they change the zone system. That's very limiting. I like the resource approach here. That's a good idea to have these ones. I'm not sold on these ones here yet. The planet production here is the same as before. The management here feels like you don't pay attention to it at all. You maybe interact with the planetary features to get rid of stuff here. And then you probably... The decisions is here now. That feels weird. If it wouldn't be for the decisions, you probably never go into this page again unless you make a sector or you terraform something. This one might have some usages. Armies is okay. Holdings is also very pointless in the end, because you basically interact only once or twice with that. Yeah, let's say overall it's a bit weird. And yeah, economy-wise, of course, everything is still unbalanced by the looks of it. I would like to see if we can see a growth somewhere. If you spot something, I would assume that this one will be the growth numbers here, and it's just not implemented yet. And that would be interesting to see. And maybe we can derive some kind of calculation from there, because I would assume it has to do with housing and jobs available. But on the other hand, jobs available maybe only triggers immigration. But housing available and size of planet probably determines the population rate again, as before. So, yeah, let's see this. I'm just afraid there will be a lot of exploits coming our way in regards to population growth. And here you can completely break it by getting some growth modifiers early on and then going from there. I still remember one exploit with the lithoids, where you could just settle a planet with the... I don't know, where you had this kind of asteroid colonization ship and then you spawned 3 populations. I'm not sure if it's still the way, still the same. But you could do this over and over again in the past. So you could basically produce 3 populations multiple times per year. I hope they don't do something like this with the other mechanics all the way, because then you would produce 300, 500 population out of nothing. Then you would ship it somewhere else and then redo it again. That would be very bad. Well, yeah, that's my thoughts here. Let's see where it develops. I will probably make a video about it when it's come out as 4.0. And until then, see you in my other campaigns.